out on the homestead here. I'm not a mechanic. Most likely you're not a mechanic. We read our manuals and follow the instructions in there on how we take care of our equipment. I'd recommend you doing the same because it might be different for your machines. Thanks. Welcome to the Weekend Homestead. This week we're out in the shop and we're going to be talking snowmobiles. We're getting our snowmobiles out of storage and getting them ready for this year's riding season. We have a couple simple steps that we do every year to make sure our sleds are running well. So we're going to go step by step through those and make sure that everything's working properly on all of our different sleds. After that, we have some friends in town, so we're going to take the friends and family out on the trails and show you what it's like to go trail riding in northern Wisconsin. Why don't you come along for the adventure today? It should be a good time. I want to do a quick review of the tools we're going to need today. Standard grease gun with snowmobile grease, some engine starter fluid, some antifreeze that's pre-mixed according to manufacturer spec, some 2-cycle oil, and some basic tools, wrench, socket for taking spark plugs out, some new spark plugs for each of the snowmobiles, crescent wrench, and just basically regular set of tools just in case we get in any kind of trouble. Alright, so then it's just the new insurance cards. Old paperwork is out, so you got your manual, the insurance cards, in case you need something to wipe your nose or whatever. First aid kit, rope to help tow somebody, and ice pick is what we store in the back of the sled. I like to put a little medical kit in the back. Very simple. Has a flashlight, some band-aids, hand warmers, stuff like that, so if you get stuck somewhere, you're good to go. Other things to check before you go out, always make sure you have a good belt. There's a spare belt. These are belt-driven machines, so if you burn up a belt and it breaks, you can easily replace it, so there's always an extra one there. All right, so the next thing we'll do is top off the oil. Make sure you get the right oil for the right machine. This machine takes special oil. This one also takes a special type of coolant. I already have it mixed, so we're just gonna fill to the line here. Try to do it very carefully so you don't spill. There we go. Only needed a little. After you've had this stored for a while, check deep inside. Make sure there's no mice nests or anything anywhere. Right. Oop. Oh, these are new spark plugs. Good. Don't forget that in there. What this is starter fluid. When you've stored them for a little while, you need something to kind of pull the gas through the system. So I'll put a little starter fluid in the cylinders just a little bit because you can damage your snowmobile if you put too much in. But what it does, it helps do the first fire, which then primes the system, pulls the gas through the lines, and you're off to the races. So what you're looking for is this little guy right here. There's 4 of them on the back. Your grease gun, get it like so, connect on there the best you can. Give it a couple pumps. It's gonna be kind of hard because the grease is gonna be stiff. What you're doing is pushing the old grease out, just putting a little bit of fresh grease in there. As you can see on the sides here, it's starting to squeeze out a little bit. More. All right. There you go. See, we got fresh grease coming out of there. There we go. And there we go. 2. And that one. It's always hard to do this when it's cold out. And I check the track to make sure that there's no damage to it. You want nice hard pieces. If this is all rubbed off, it might be time to replace the track. All right. Now we're gonna gas it up and see if we can get it running. I always use 92 or 93 octane gas. You never want to use anything less than your snowmobiles or any of your small engines because the ethanol in it will gum it up and just wreck your engines. Any questions so far?
Not so far.
Basically the big thing is oil, coolant, fluids, gas, safety equipment. All right, so turn the key on, emergency stop is pulled up, and let's just pull it over. When you're firing it up for the first time, I always like to keep the hand warmers on and have the different controls on too to make sure all the systems are functioning on it. Pull your switch up, fire up.